What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're going to be drawing Bloodhound from Apex Legends. Now for this lesson we're going to start at the top of our page with a hat and then work our way down. Let's start in the center at the very top and draw a curve. From left to right, going up and then down. Now we're going to draw two short lines coming down the sides. Let's close off the bottom with another curve. Starting on the left, we'll go up and then down. Let's add the bristles along the center of the hat. From the top left corner, step in, curve up, and then out. Go to the right side, step in, curve up, and out. Let's connect the ends with a curve, going up the middle, and then back down on the right side. Let's add some textures along the bristle. Starting in the center, I'm going to draw a straight line coming down to right about there. Now I'm going to draw two curves on either side. So we'll step over, curve in, and then down to the same height. Step over one more time. Now we'll do the same thing on the right, curving in and then down. Then one last time on the outside. Now we're going to tuck a second bristle in behind. Starting on the left, we'll step in, curve up, and then out. Go to the right and do the same thing. And then again, we're going to connect the left and right side with a curve going up and then down. Let's separate out the bristles. Starting in the center, down. Then again, we're going to draw two curves on either side, coming in and then down. Now from the bottom corner, we're going to step in, draw two straight lines coming down to right about there. And then we'll bend this down and out towards the left and right side. Let's connect the ends with a curve coming down the middle. So come down and then bend that back up. Now from the ends, we're going to curve out and then up towards the side of the hat. Let's start on the left side. Going out, and just bend that up. Go to the right and do the same thing. Going out, then up to the same height. And we're going to connect these 2 points with almost like a half circle going in behind the bristles. Start on the left side. Going up. And just pulling that in just below the top of the bristle. Step over towards the right. Curve out. And then down. Let's add a metal trim along the bottom. From the left side, we're going to step up. We're going to trace that same curve. Coming down and then in, step over towards the right and do the same thing. And then we'll add a couple rivets. On the left side, we're going to add a circle, do the same thing on the right, and then we'll add one more on the outside. Let's go back to the outside. We're going to draw an angled line coming down and out towards the left and right. Now we're going to round out the end, come straight back in. Curl this back around, and then come straight in. Let's do the same thing on the right. Rounding this out, and then coming straight in. Let's draw the bottom layer of the hat. From this point on the left side, we're going to step down, angle down and out. Go to the right, step down, go the same angled line. Now connect the bottom with a curve, going down and then back up. And then from that outside corner, I want to follow that same curve, going out and then up to right about there. And then we'll bend that straight up. Let's do the same thing on the right, curving out and up. And we'll just bend that straight up underneath. Let's add two more rivets, one on the left and then one on the right. Let's move down and draw in the goggles. We're going to add two circles tucked in underneath this trim. Starting over on the left side, curve around, down to the bottom, and we'll tuck that up underneath. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Going down to the same height, go around, and pull that in. And then we'll trace the goggles along the inside. Now in between the eyes, we're going to draw 2 straight lines coming down, one on the left and then one on the right. And we'll close off the bottom with a straight line. Let's move to the sides and draw on the flaps. Underneath the overhang on the left, we'll draw a straight line coming down, right about there. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting up here, going straight down. Now I'm just going to bend that out with a short curve. Let's round out the bottom of the flap and then come up towards the outside of the goggle. Just curve around, pull that in, and then up. Do the same thing on the right. Rounding out the bottom, coming in, and up towards the side of the goggle. And then we're going to step up, curve up, and then in. And then we'll add a trim along the inside edge of that flap. Stepping out, I'm just going to trace that coming around and then down, and then we'll just blend that out towards the side. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Let's move back in and draw the face mask. Directly underneath the left eye, we're going to draw a small circle, leaving a gap all the way around and back up towards the top. We'll line this up on the right side and do the same thing, curving around and then back up towards the top. And then from the bottom corners, we're going to curve out and then down on top of those circles. Let's add a little bit of detail inside the circles. Starting from the very top, we'll draw a small circle. Directly below, we'll draw another one. Let's do the same thing over on the right. One along the top, and then one on the bottom. Now we can go to the inside, add another circle. And then on the outside, we're going to draw a small half circle coming in and out. Let's fill those circles in black. Let's add a strap in the center. Starting over on the left, we'll curve up and then down. Draw 2 straight lines coming down, and then we'll add another curve along the bottom. I'm going to go back out towards the inside of the flap, draw a straight angle line coming down and in towards that side of that circle. Now I'm going to add a hose coming down from left to right underneath these circles. So we're going to start on the left, curve down, and then pull that up on the right side. Now let's thicken this up. We're going to step in, just trace that across, and up towards the right. Let's add 2 hoses along the inside. From the left, we're going to step in, curve out, and then down, go over towards the right, and do the same thing, curving out, and then down. Let's round out the inside, curving in and out with a short curve. And we'll trace this going back out and then down in behind the bottom hose. Let's add some texture along the inside. Starting on the left, I'm just going to curve in and then back out. I'm just going to repeat this curve going all the way down towards the bottom. And we'll do the same thing on the right. From the left side of the hose, we're going to curve down and then back up on the right side. Let's add a little bit more detail to the bottom hose. In the center, we're going to draw 2 straight lines, one on the left and one on the right. Move out towards the side, we're going to draw 2 angled lines, going out towards the left and then the right. Alright, now we're going to move to the side and draw the fur collar. Starting from the bottom of the circle, curve out and then down. Line this up on the right and do the same thing. Let's add a point. We're going to taper this going up and then in. Now I'm going to work the fur going up underneath the head. So from the top on the left, we're going to step down, curve out and down. And then again, we're going to taper that back up and in. Let's add another one. Stepping down, curve out and down. Then we'll taper that back up and in. Now from the inside, we're going to step back out, curve up and in, step back, pull this up and tuck that in behind the head. Do the same thing on the right. Let's add a bit more texture along the inside of the collar. Starting from the side of the circle, curve up and then out, step up and draw that again. Now I'm going to move down and draw the sides of the body. Over on the left side, curve out and down toward the left hip. And we'll do the same thing on the right. And we'll connect the hips with a curve coming down and back up. Let's add a thick strap across the body. Starting from the left side at the very top, curve down and across towards the right hip. Now I'm going to step up and draw that same curve. Going down and then out. Now I also want to continue this right hose coming down and then out. So we'll start with the inside, curve down and then out towards the side of the body, and then from the outside, let's trace that out. Let's add that same texture along the inside. I'm going to add some detail to the inside of the strap. Starting in the middle of the body, we're going to add a circle. Going all the way around, back up, and then we'll add a smaller circle on the inside. Let's add a pouch down on the right side. Starting at the top, go down with an angled line, move over, draw another line, and we'll add the flap. Starting from the left line, curve down and then up, and then in the center, add a circle for the button. Now we're going to add another one of these circles tucked in underneath this hose. Start at the top, go down, and then up. Then we'll add a smaller half circle in the center. Now from the left hip, we're going to step up and draw that same curve going across. Going down and up in behind the strap. Let's continue down with the legs. Leaving a gap in the center, go to the left side, angle down and out towards the left, move over towards right, angle down and out towards the right. Now from here we're going to curve the bottom of the coat going out and then up. Do the same thing on the right. Let's connect the hip to the bottom of the coat with a straight angled line. Let's add a pouch on each side. From the top of this line we're going to step down, draw a straight line going out, straight down, and then pull that back in. Let's line this up on the right and do the same thing. Let's move to the center and draw a curve. From left to right, going up and then down for the lower torso. Leaving a gap in the center, move over towards the left, curve out and down towards the left heel, move over towards the right, curve out and down towards the right heel. Let's round out the bottom of the feet. Starting from the heel, and curve down and then up towards the toe. Do the same thing on the right. And then we're going to round out the top of the foot. Starting from the toe, we're going to draw a half circle aiming towards the heel. But we're not going to go all the way. We're going to stop right about there. Do the same thing on the right. Going up and then down. And then from the outside corner of the coat, we're going to step in, come down, and then bend that in towards the top of the foot. And from the bottom edge of the coat, we're going to step down, draw a curve, going down, and then back up towards the inside of the leg. Line this up on the right, and do the same thing. And then from the top of the foot, we'll step up, draw that same curve, coming down and up. The same thing on the right. Then we'll draw the inside edge of the knee pad. Halfway across this line, curve in and then back out. Do the same thing on the right. Then from the outside, we'll step in, just curve down and in towards the bottom. Now we're going to move back up and draw on the arms, halfway between the top of the body and the hip. So right here, we'll curve out and then down towards the wrist. Line this up on the right, and we'll do the same thing. Let's go back to the left side and draw the thumb. From the wrist, we draw a half circle, coming in and back out. At the end of the thumb, we'll add a bracket. Let's do the same thing on the right. Let's move back up to the inside of the arm and draw the shoulder pad. Starting from the left side, I'm going to go straight across, it's right about there. Do the same thing on the right. Draw a short angle line going out and up. And I'll pull that straight up underneath the collar. Let's go to the inside of the collar and draw 2 straight lines coming down. Then from here we're going to curve down and back up underneath the fur collar. Let's add a rivet along the inside. 1 small circle on the left and 1 on the right. Now I'm going to move back down and add 3 fingers on either side. Starting from the bottom of the thumb, curve down and then up around that bracket. Step down, curve down and up the second finger. And then the third finger will start out here, curve out and up, pull that in behind the shoulder. Let's do the same thing on the right. Let's add some detail to the arms. Starting from the bracket, I'm going to curve up over the fingers and out toward the side of the hand. Do the same thing on the right. We'll go up towards the wrist and draw that same curve going out. Now we'll add 1 more curve underneath the shoulder, curving in and then down. Do the same thing on the right. And that's pretty much it. There's Bloodhound from Apex Legends. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.